Hey everyone, today's it is about when he gets a job offer that's far from you, and he doesn't even think about you before accepting. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Let's get going. He had always known that Bakugo was ambitious, and he had always admired that about him. But when he came home one day, grinning from ear to ear, with a job offer in another city, your heart sank. Can you believe it, Y.U.M.I? I got the job. I'll be working at the top hero agency in the country, he exclaimed, waving the letter in front of your face. You forced a smile and tried to sound excited for him, but inside, you were terrified. You knew what this meant, a long-distance relationship, and you had seen too many of those fail to have any confidence in it. That's amazing, Katsuki. Congratulations, you managed to say. He didn't seem to notice your lack of enthusiasm. I'm leaving in 2 weeks. I've already rented a place there, and I'll be starting to work right away, he said, still grinning. You tried to hide your disappointment, but you couldn't help the pang in your chest. 2 weeks? That's so soon. What about us? You asked, trying not to sound selfish. He paused, his smile fading slightly. What do you mean? I mean, what about us? Are we going to try to make this work? Or are we just going to end things? You asked, your voice breaking to an end. He frowned. What are you talking about? Of course we're going to make this work. I love you, Lion. I'm not just going to give that up because of a job. You felt a glimmer of hope. You mean it? Of course I do, he said, pulling you into a hug. But as the days passed, you began to feel the strain of the distance. Bakugo was so caught up in his new job that he didn't even have much time for you anymore. He would call and text, but it wasn't the same as being together. I miss you, you told him one night. After a long day at work, I miss you too, he said, but there was a hint of impatience in his voice. It's just hard, you know? This long distance thing. I don't know if I can do it. You admit it. What are you saying, Lion? He asked, his tone turning defensive. I don't know, Katsuki. I feel like we're drifting apart. Your voice was barely above a whisper. No. Do you want to break up? Is that what you want? He asked after a long pause. His voice was cold. No, I don't want that. But I don't know if we can make this work if we're not willing to put in the effort. You said, trying to keep your voice steady. You think I'm not willing to put in the effort? Is that what you're saying? He spat. I didn't say that, Katsuki. I don't know what to do. You said, feeling tears prick at the corners of your eyes. Fine, do what you want, he said. Before hanging up, you sat there, staring at your phone, in disbelief. Had he just broken up with you over the phone? You couldn't believe it. Days turned into weeks, and you tried to move on. You threw yourself into your work and your hobbies, but you couldn't shake the feeling that something was missing. You missed Bakugo terribly, and you didn't know how to fix things. And then, one day, out of the blue, he called you. Lion, listen, I'm sorry. I was a jerk. I shouldn't have reacted the way I did. I love you, and I want to make this work, he said, his voice soft. You didn't know what to say. Part of you really wanted to forgive him and try to make things work, but another part of you was afraid that the same thing would happen again. I don't know, Katsuki. It's just, It's hard, okay? And I really don't know if I can trust you to not do that again. You said, your voice still barely over a whisper. I understand. But please, give me a chance to make it up to you. I'll do whatever it takes. He pleaded. You thought about it for a moment, weighing your options. You loved him, but could you truly trust him not to hurt you again? Okay, Katsuki, we can try. You said finally. And so, you both tried. You made the effort to talk more often, to make plans to see each other whenever possible. It wasn't easy, but it was worth it. And as time went on, you both began to realize that maybe it wasn't enough. The distance was still there, and it was taking its toll on both of you. I don't know if I can do this anymore, Katsuki. You told him one day. What do you mean? I mean, I love you. I really do. Maybe that's why I'm even hesitating to tell you this. Hesitating to do this. But this distance, it's killing me. And I don't think it's fair for either of us to keep trying if we're just going to be miserable. To feel miserable. You said, your voice breaking. There was a long pause on the other end of the line. I understand. He said, finally. I really don't want to lose you, Ian. I love you so much, and you know it. But maybe it's for the best. You both hung up, and you felt a sense of numbness wash over you. It was over. You and Bakugo, the love of your life, were over. But as the days turned into weeks, and the weeks turned into months, he began to realize that maybe it was for the best. You had both been unhappy, and it wasn't fair to either of you to keep trying to make it work. You still loved Bakugo, and you always would, but sometimes love was not enough. You would both have to move on, and you would both find happiness again. But for now, you allowed yourself to grieve the loss of what could have been, the loss of your dream job, and the loss of the love of your life. Thank you guys for listening. Hope you liked this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Goodbye!